We're coming at you live from Griff's Ice House West in Holland, Michigan for this Friday edition of Cougar Puck Radio. My name is Reagan Cleaves, and alongside Gabe Groh, we'll be bringing you all the action tonight between the Catholic Central Cougars and the Panthers of Holland West Ottawa. It is good to be back on the airwaves of Cougar Puck Radio, and if you missed any of the games since the opener, please be sure to check out Cougars Rewind on the YouTube page. I would like to thank Mr. Jared Brown, the general manager here at Griff's West, for helping me get set up for the broadcast. The last time the Cougars took the ice, it was this past Wednesday, and they battled the Forest Hills Central Rangers at Southside Ice Arena. The Cougars gathered a 1-0 lead after the first, but the Rangers came back, tied the game, and took the lead all in the second, taking a 2-1 lead into the third. Both teams scored once in the third, leaving the final at 3-2 in favor of the Rangers. Danny Nelson and Jacob Onstadt both scored for the Cougars, while Ryan McClellan allowed 3 goals as the Cougars fell to 8-6-0. Now let's take a look ahead at tonight's matchup between the Cougars and the Panthers. For the Cougars, this is the first of a quick 2-game road trip that will take them to Patterson Ice Arena tomorrow to face Forest Hills Northern Eastern. They enter into tonight, as I said before, with an 8-6 record after having a rough second half of December in which they went 2-4. The Panthers enter into tonight at 6-6-0, most recently falling to the Hawks Huskies of Forest Hills Northern Eastern 2-1. This is the last of a 2-game homestand for West Ottawa, and after this they will head to Muskegon to play the Rockets of Muskegon Reese Puffer. Now we turn to look at the players for each team tonight. For Catholic Central, number 1, Lucas Shalfoon. Number 2, Zach Stevens. Number 6, Alec Golembeski. Number 7, Harvey Holloman. Number 8, Ben Clay. Number 9, Nathan Rubline. Number 10, Kevin Patterson. Number 11, Connor Rollins. Number 12, Jake Onstadt. Number 3, Ryan Rollins. Number 15, Gabe Silva. Number 18, Danny Nelson. Number 19, Zach Grabowski. Number 21, Galen Byrne. Number 22, Trevor Rubline. Number 23, Hogan Weirda. Number 24, Case Bulk. Number 26, Kimball Sullivan. Number 28, Sam Schwerking. Number 31, Brendan Shively. And number 41, Ryan McClellan. The Cougars are coached by Mike Slobodnik, who is assisted by Dave Adams and Mike Binsky. Now we'll turn around and look at West Ottawa. Number 1, Cole Moore. Number 2, Caleb Lowell. Number 3, Brendan Clark. Number 4, Darren Mihalak. Number 5, Dominic Clavon. Number 6, Jake Neitzel. Number 9, Tommy Buse. Number 10, Ben Golick. Number 9, Gibby Nienhus. Number 12, Luke Lenhart. Number 13, Owen Hauskamp. Number 14, Joe Kramer. Number 15, Sam Navelroot. Number 17, Braden Flanagan. Number 19, Alan Hort. Number 23, Sully Prince. Number 25, Kobe Garcia. Number 29, Reese Bentley. And finally, number 30, Caleb Van Hess. The Panthers are coached by Nick Biondo, and his assistants are Eli Paquette, Reese Lindemann, and Wayne Otten. 2 players to watch tonight for the Cougars: Jake Onstadt, who comes into tonight averaging about 1.5 goals a game, and Danny Nelson with 16 points on the campaign. For the Panthers, watch for Luke Linhart, who has amassed 16 points on the year. When we come back, we'll bring you the starting lineups for both teams and the national anthems here on Cougar Puck Radio. Welcome back, Radio Rinkside here in Griff's Ice House West. And right now we'll take a look at the starting lineups for tonight for the Cougars. Coach Slobodnik sends out Kevin Patterson on defense, Jake Onstad on forward, Danny Nelson as forward, Hogan Weird as defense, Case Bulk on the wing, and Ryan McClellan in net for the Cougars. For the West Ottawa Panthers, number 2, Caleb Lowell on the defense, Brendan Clark on forward, Brendan Golick forward, Luke Linhart forward, and on defense, Braden Flanagan. In between the pipes tonight for the Panthers, it is number 1, Cole Moore. We are just about set to go here for the first period, 17 minutes on the clock. And we are underway here in Griff's Ice House West. Off the draw, they dump that behind McClellan. Out of his net to play it, gives it to Weirda. Weirda up to Onstad. Onstad has the puck stolen away. That'll rebound back in the Cougars zone. Off the boards, far side to Patterson. Cougars control, dump that to center ice, but the Panthers dump that back in, and it'll be Weirda again to control. He puts that up to Nelson. Nelson walks down the right wing. Now back drop pass blocked in front, and here come the Panthers the other way. They dump that in. No ice. McClellan having to direct that behind his net. Ryan Rollins bumped up, and the Cougars dump that down. Moore coming out of his net to play it, but it will go for icing. So we have our first stoppage of play. 16-14 remaining here in the first period of play. Cougars and Panthers for the first time this season. They'll meet one more time in the closing game of the season for the Cougars. Off the draw in the right wing circle. Cougars control. That'll be Rollins. Rollins puts that up to Clay. Clay moves that up to Schwerking, and they battle for that. Now jump back to Holloman. Holloman cross-ice pass, and he'll take the return. Tries the other cross-ice pass, but that deflection to the neutral zone with the Cougars with control. Clay will dump that in. 5:46 remaining here in the first period of play. Cougars and Panthers scoreless thus far. Cougars. That'll be given far side to number 22, Rubline. Knocked down, and the Cougars control at center. Dump that all the way around to the right wing circle, where the Panthers with control. They move up. Stolen by Weirda. Gave that up to Nelson, who had the poked away. Here comes number 25, Garcia. Has the puck poked away, and that'll be Patterson to chip that out. 12 couldn't keep that in. That was Luke Linhart, and that will become an offsides. With just under 2 minutes elapsed here in Griff's Ice House West, where the Cougars will take the draw on the left neutral dot, won by the Cougars. Big hit at center as Rollins went flying, and Cougars control on the far side. That'll be number 28, Schwerking. Has that stolen in the Panthers. Come back the other way. That'll be Ben Golick. He'll put that behind McClellan over to the left wing. Holloman there to get it for the Cougars. Pokes that up. Centering pass doesn't go, and here come the Cougars the other way. That looks to be Sova. Sova takes the puck into the left wing corner, circles behind the Cougars. Backhand pass. And the pass is intercepted by number 3, Brendan Clark. Puck in the Ottawa zone. They come through, poked away by the Cougars, but they again gain control. That'll be Neitzel to put that behind. Stevens pulls up, gives to Holloman behind the net. Pressured by Neitzel. We'll wrap that up down into the Ottawa zone. Cougars giving chase, but Clavon has the puck behind the net. Challenged by the Cougars. Now, come out of that, that'll be Housecap. Housecap stolen from the puck, but the Panthers regain. They'll dump that in to the left wing corner. Big hit on Rubline near side. And now Onstadt feeds that up, and here come the Cougars on the rush the other way. Patterson bumped off the puck. And it is offsides here with 13:29 remaining in the first period. Now we'll take a closer look in at the starting goaltenders for tonight. Ryan McClellan comes in playing 9 games with a 5-4 record, compiling a 2.94 goals against average, and we'll get to more a little bit later as off the draw, the Cougars controlling their own end out to neutral ice. Clay, pass intercepted, and that'll go into the left wing corner. That'll be Rubline. Rubline off the boards, hit the ref, but they control once more. Rubline couldn't handle that. Passes Clay, gets around the defense. He's got Nelson with him. Nelson into the right wing circle. Behind the net, Clay takes the puck, a shot on goal. Big save by Moore. Now it'll be off to the near side. Holloman a shot. That'll come up all the way to the point where the Cougars fail to keep that in. Here come the Panthers the other way. That centering pass doesn't go from Linhart as Cougars dump that out. 5 cross-checked from behind. That's Calavan. And now Panthers come in the left wing. Centering pass came up as Linhart has it on the near spin-around shot. Turned aside by McClellan calmly. And now Onstadt has it in the corner right below us here. Circles around, gives it cross ice. Back, return pass for Onstadt doesn't go. And the Panthers lose the puck to the Cougars. That'll be number 21. Byrne will dump that out, but it's taken by the Panthers. They dump that in on McClellan. We'll keep the play going, giving that off. And Cougars wrap that around. Does Stevens. Going along at it. Number 17, Flanagan couldn't keep it up at the point. And now Buis holds it off the glass, intercepted by Weirda. Weirda circles around in his own end. 11:45 remaining here in the first period. Weirda will knock that in to the Panthers zone. That'll be number 9, Buis. Buis moving up the left wing. He tries to get around the Cougars defense, but Canish working. Takes the puck. Cougars have that in. That'll be Rollins. Rollins has the puck stolen. Now a quick shot on goal. Just wide of the net from McClellan. Now they move that out to center ice to the Cougars, and the Panthers control once more. They wrap that down. It'll be Hogan Weirda behind his own net to play it. He long stretch pass, couldn't connect with Connor Rollins. As now number 17, Flanagan controls. Now stolen a shot just high. That will go up into the netting behind Cole Moore with about 10:55 remaining here in the first period of play. Cougars and Panthers knotted up at 0. Draw will be left of Moore. Won by the Cougars, and a quick shot off the draw. That goes wide of the net. Moore scooting over. Now, they battle for that down the left wing. Panthers gain that and will dump it down the ice. And that will be icing with 10:41 remaining in the first period of play. Now let's take a look at Cole Moore, just as we did Ryan McClellan a few moments ago. Moore comes in having played 7 games with a 4-3 record, compiling a 209 goals against average over that span. As now the Panthers off the draw, rushing up the left wing. Now number 17, Flanagan. Flanagan centering pass, that was Linhart. Linhart moves that up to the right wing point. They play that off the boards. Number 8, some 19, Root. Root up to the point, stolen by the Cougars. But number 9, Buis will control its center over the big Hope logo. Griffith Icehouse West also plays home to Hope College. Puck behind the net. Challenge for it there is Buis. He'll come up with a puck. Move that up to number 19, Hoot. They'll move that in behind McClellan. 10 minutes even gone here in the first period of play. That'll be number 6, Golembeski, to move that up. Nelson couldn't control at the left wing. Now it'll move into the corner. Mihalik can't find the puck, and the Cougars. Now a centering pass picked off, and here come the Panthers. But down the left wing into the zone, fan on the shot did Neitzel. They go crunching into the boards down below. Puck comes up, Neitzel to the point. A long wrist shot on goal. Now play off the boards. Now far side. Puck shot along the side of the net, and the Cougars come up with that Onstadt. Onstadt moves up, center ice. He's into the zone. He's cross-ice pass. Couldn't get a hold of that. Could balk. And now they battle for that in the corner. That'll come out, go behind the net where the Cougars will pick that up. They have that down the right wing. Kept up the point. Weirdo, long shot deflected out of the zone. That'll be Kevin Patterson to play that in behind Moore. 8:53 remaining here in the first period of play. Cougars and Panthers tied at 0. That'll be Linhart to play it in his own zone. Circles around. Can't clear it out though, but will regain control. Linhart dumps it off the boards. Cougars can't keep it in. And now Linhart again at center. Linhart gives that pass picked off, and the Cougars come the other way. Linhart backhands that. Picked off by Weirda. Weirda across the line. In. Long shot saved by Moore. 8:18 remaining here in the first period of play. Cougars and Panthers tied at 0. They move that into the corner. Play that along the near side. Coming to the Patterson. A shot. Blockered away by Moore. Now a second opportunity couldn't be capitalized on by the Cougars. And now Golombeski has that stolen. And the Panthers move that up. They dump that in. That might be right on McClellan, and he will hold that. Give to Rubline. Rubline gives it up to number 15, Sova. Sova has the puck in the neutral ice. He'll move that around behind Moore out to play it. Cougars going, as you look at it, left to right here in this first period. Blue jerseys with white and yellow trim, blue pants and socks to match the jerseys. As a shot from the point went just wide. And now the Panthers pick it up, and here they come the other way. That will be picked off at center as number 13. Hauskamp was in on the rush, as Sova can't play that. But it's working. Long stretch pass off a skate at center. And Mihalik will play that in. Up and out of play with 7:02 remaining here in the first period of play. Draw will be at center ice. So, draw will be at center ice on the big Hope anchor. At center ice. Dumped that off the boards. 6:55 remaining here in the first period of play. Cougars controlling their own end. Nelson spin around pass to Golombeski. Golombeski stretch pass to Nelson. Nelson couldn't get to that. It was too far. Pass picked off by the Cougars. Into the right wing. Deeks around in front. And Moore couldn't find that as they have it in the slot. Fires a shot just wide. And the Panthers look to clear that out. But they can't do so. Big hit along the near boards. And we might have... No, we have an offsides. Here with 6:26 remaining. Here in the first period of play. Scoreless thus far. Draw will... Oh, yeah. Draw will come to the right of McClellan here, as that was an intentional offsides. So it'll be number 19, Zach Grabowski, in for the draw, loses that one. As now number 6, Neitzel will put that behind into the far side. Rollins went spinning into the boards. And now they have that up at the point to the Panthers. That'll be near side. Now a long shot on goal. McClellan did not see that, I believe. They play that along the near board. Hauskamp battling for it there. They put that behind the Cougars' net. That'll be number 6, Neitzel. Neitzel turns and holds into the near corner. Number 13, Hauskamp. Guarded closely by Grabowski, They battle for that in the corner. That'll be Patterson and Neitzel down below. As Weirda controls and puts that up the boards. Cougars. Clay will dump that out. And it looks like it will go far enough for icing with 5:35 remaining. Here in the first period, we are scoreless. at Griff's Ice House West. 5 o'clock start tonight. 2 hours after school, so not that much of a crowd here for the Cougars side. It'll be Onstad in for the draw to the right of McClelland. In with Linhart. Draw won by the Cougars, but number 19, Hoot, holds him up in the corner, and Linhart holds. He centers that on goal. McClelland had to turn that away, as now they try to move that up. Kept in at the point, and Linhart backhands that. As Rubline sent a big hit into Clark. Now a long shot from the point that's deflected up and out of play by Onstad's glove. With 5:12 remaining. Draw will come to, I believe, the right of McClelland. It'll be number 15, Gabe Sylvan for the draw, and number 9, Buis. Draw won by the Cougars. That skittered on goal. But McClelland didn't have to pick that up, as now Schwerking moves up. He puts that in. They're down the left wing. Centering pass doesn't go off a skate of a Panther defenseman, and here come the Panthers, but that's broken up at center. Good play there by Rollins. Now into the zone. The Panthers put that wide of McClelland. Cougars behind the net. That'll be Zach Stevens up at the point. Panthers keep that in. That'll bounce off the boards. Battle for that. That'll be number 15, Sova, to come out with the puck. He's through neutral ice. He gets around the defense. He's in the left wing circle. Centering pass once more doesn't go. 4:24 remaining. Here, cross ice pass, and the Panthers control. They'll try to dump that in, but they have a chance. Here, in on goal. McClelland, big save. Oh my goodness. Number 9, Tommy Buis, had the opportunity of a lifetime. Came in the right wing circle, went into the slot, slid it on McClelland. McClelland lifted his pad at the last second, so the puck deflected off and went under him, keeping the puck out of the net. Here, 4:13 remaining here in the first period of play. Draw won by Onstad in the near corner. Now Patterson off the wall. That'll be tipped in. No icing is more out of his net to play it. Kind of fanned on the pass. Now a centering. The Cougars have that behind the net. Up to Weirda. Weirda cross ice to Patterson. Patterson a long wrist shot. Well wide of the net as Weirda pinches in. That'll come out to center ice. Cougars control. Ball cross ice to Patterson. Patterson will dump that in. Moore tries to baseball that out of the air, but that doesn't go as the Cougars control down the right wing. Centering pass right on Moore, who turned that aside. And now the Panthers come back the other way. That'll be in the zone. Number 10, cutting in. That was Ben Golick. Turned aside by the Cougars' defense thus far. 3:20 remaining. Now a long shot, a quick shot on goal, turned aside by Moore. With 3:14 remaining here in the first period of play. Shots in favor of the Cougars, 6-2. Low shot game thus far. Draw will come to the left of Moore. Now up at the point. Rubline a shot and another quick shot. Moore couldn't handle that one as it went up high of him. They battle for that in the corner. Panthers come up with that. That'll be cutting across the line. Ben Golick has the puck poked away in with Linhart in the scrum far side. In the circle, Golick looks to poke that out and does. They put that on goal. Linhart tries to get to it, but the Cougars get to it first. Back to Linhart. Linhart crunched along far side by Grabowski. Now that puck trickles into the left wing circle, laid there for a second, and Rubline finally gets that, puts that off the boards. Neutral ice, the Panthers will dump that back in. Cougars have that up. They put that almost into their own bench. Cougars bench went flinching far side. There's now Linhart battles for that, but here they come down the wing. That'll be number 6. Neitzel bumped off the puck. Cougars battle for that in the near corner. Rollins looking to get to that with Neitzel. Battle in front of the Zamboni doors. That is number 13. Hauskamp puts that off the boards, and here comes Schwerking. Schwerking gives that up to Clay. Clay can't find a person to pass to, then puts that behind the Panther net. Have that up. They try to put that behind. That will go behind the net. Battle for it there, and we seem to have a hand pass here in the offensive zone, so the draw will come all the way into the Cougar zone with 1:36 remaining here in the first period of play. Cougars and Panthers knotted up at 0. Draw to the left of McClellan. It'll be Silva in. And number 19, Hoot. Sorry if I'm messing up the name there. That's number 19, Hoot has it. Poked away by Silva, and he'll clear that out. That'll be Schwerking down the left wing corner. Bumped into by the ref. Couldn't get back fast enough. So that'll be number 9, Buis. Buis couldn't be kept in by the Cougars at center, and a penalty coming up. Tripping the call on, I believe, number 6, Alec Golombeski. So the draw will be to the right of McClellan with 1:08 remaining. Alec Golombeski getting the tripping call. Put the Cougars on the defense here. There will be some elapsed time into the second, providing there is no goal scored on this power play for the Panthers. Having some trouble with the scoreboard. Apparently don't have the penalty clock up. Referee talking near side. And it's finally up. Golombeski going off for 2 minutes. Draw won by the Cougars. They put that around. Now the onside will clear that all the way the length of the ice. More out of his net to play it. Leaves that for Golick. Off the boards. That'll be Linhart to play it behind his own net. Puts on the brakes and reverses. Now he comes out into his own end, into the neutral ice. Pass to the near side. That'll be number 10, Golick. Golick poked away and hit on the near side. Now number 13, Hauskamp. Hauskamp turns on the brakes. Centering pass up into the slot. Linhart, a shot saved. And that one is gobbled up by McClellan with 32 seconds remaining here in the first period of play. Cougars and Panthers tied at 0. Onstadt in for the draw to the right of McClellan. 32 remaining here in this first period. Draw. They tie up in the circle. Onstadt comes out with the puck, tries to chip that out. That will go all the way the length of the ice. Onstadt in to carry his own, to chase after the puck himself. Behind the net, Panthers come up with that. 13 remaining. They have one last rush. They're up the right wing. Number 9, Buis couldn't get behind the defense as they go to the corner. Weirda ganged up on 3-on-1. Puck comes out, and Patterson will delay until the buzzer for the first period sounds. Here, as at the end of one, the Cougars and Panthers are scoreless thus far. When we come back, we'll have all the first period highlights, none to speak of, but we'll have the stats for you thus far in the game. You're listening to Catholic Central Cougar Hockey on Cougar Puck Radio. Welcome back here for the first intermission report as the Cougars and Panthers are tied at 0 at the end of one. Not much action to speak of, so we'll just take a look at the stats thus far. Shots on goal, 6-3 in favor of the Cougars as they double up the Panthers. In the shots first period, faceoffs dominated by Catholic Central, 13-2. And then toward the end of that period, Alex Golombeski got called 2 minutes for tripping at 16:52, causing the Cougars to go on a power play or a penalty kill, and that will last until 52 seconds into the first period, or into the second period, excuse me. So, other than that, there's not really much to talk about here. So we'll pause and come back when players are on the ice for the second period here on Cougar Puck Radio. Welcome back, Radio Rinkside, here in Griff's Ice House West, where the Catholic Central Cougars are tied with the West Ottawa Panthers at 0. Now we'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Tonight, the Grand Rapids Griffins face off against the Belleville Senators from the Eastern Conference. That game is at 7 o'clock. After our game, you can hop over to Wood Radio 1300 106.9 FM and listen to Mr. Bob Kaiser as we'll bring you all the action live for the Cougars the Griffins, versus the Belleville Senators. In the NHL, the Red Wings face off against the Jets tonight at 8 p.m. That will be on Fox Sports Detroit. You can catch that one. Now we'll look at the MHSAA scoreboard for hockey in the OK Conference Roo. Tonight, the Muskegon Mona Shores Sailors will play Big Rapids at 9 o'clock. They already played them at 9 a.m. And then cut this game here, and then Reese Puffer will play Traverse City St. Francis they already did at 1:45. And then the latest game tonight, it will be Granville versus Utica Eisenhower at 6:15. That game's about to start just over 25 minutes from now. So referees are just getting on the ice. Cougars hop on the ice far side. We're just about set here for the second period of play. Not much action to speak of through the first period of play. Cougars double up the Panthers on every category in on the shots on goal category, 6-3, and the Panthers were demolished by the Cougars in the face-offs as the Cougars went 13 for 15 in that opening frame. So Cougars and the Panthers filling the benches far side. Actually, unique setup here in Griff's Ice House West as we are actually up in the corner calling the game on the Cougars side of the ice. Same side as the fans are on. Different setup than normal. But so referees ready to go. Goaltenders. Cougars going right to left. They are in this second period. Panthers left to right in their white jerseys, silver and black trim. Cougars in blue jerseys, white and yellow trim. Dumped in by the Cougars into the Panthers zone. That'll be number 9. Buis to move that up, has the puck swatted away from him. Come into the near side. Ford couldn't control the pass from his own players. That will go all the way down the ice. More out of his net to play. It'll wrap that around. That'll be Linhart to play. That'll bounce that off the boards. Taken up by number 6. Neitzel touch pass to Buis. Puck stolen by the Cougars. Fan on the clearing attempt now. Linhart down the left wing. He pulls up behind the net. That'll be Neitzel at the point. Penalty just about over for the Cougars as Grabowski gets out of the box. As the Cougars are back to full strength. Cougars dancing around in their own end. Now we'll dump that down. Now a big hit as Buis leveled Onstadt right across center, and the Cougars get a penalty here yet again. Not sure who got the call. Not sure who we have going to the box. Looks to be Case Balk. Headed to the box at 15:50 here, the second period of play. Nelson wanting that's Onstadt wanting an explanation. At center talking to the ref. 2-minute penalty to Case Balk there as draw will come to the right of McClelland. It'll be Linhart in for the draw for West Ottawa. Draw won by Linhart. And number 2 will chip that down. That's Lowell. Get back at the Lowell. Lowell fires a shot. Gloved down by McClellan. Slick leather work there. As Lowell had shot from the top of the slot right along the blue line and fired it right into the glove of Ryan McClellan. So the draw will come to the right. Won by West Ottawa. That'll be Lowell. Lowell down to Linhart. Back up to Lowell. Lowell walks in, fires a shot. Gobbled up by McClellan with 1:39 remaining here in the second period of play. 15:29 remaining in the period. 1:39 remaining in the penalty to Case Ball. Excuse me. It'll be Linhart once again in for the draw. Won by Linhart, who'll move that up to Lowell. Lowell, long-range shot, patted away. That'll be Golick. Golick loses the puck, but back up to Lowell. Lowell feeds that down. Have that Linhart into the slot, scores! Now, they took the pass from the near side. That was Linhart, fed it into the right wing circle, and just like that, it is 1-0 in favor of the West Ottawa Panthers. That will put an end to the penalty as a power play goal for the Panthers. Puts them up 1-0 on the Cougars as Moore had to knock that away from Clay as two of the Cougars ran into each other across the way. Clay battling for it. Tries to feed that up to the point, but the Cougars couldn't control it. Number 13, Hauskamp. Hauskamp puts that down to number 9, Buis. Buis will move that out off the boards. And now here they come the other way. That'll be Neitzel. Neitzel can't get to it in time as Stevens off the boards. Cougars put that down behind. We're at even strength here. 14:25 remaining. That puck goes flying high. And number 9, Buis had to control, and the Cougars steal that. They dump that into the corner behind Moore. That'll be number 9, Buis. Tried to be shouldered off the puck by Nelson, but Buis controls it across the line. Into the slot, turned aside. And yet again, there'll be another penalty coming to the Cougars. High sticking is the call, I believe. That'll put the Cougars down yet again a man. That'll be Nelson, who'll go off for slashing, excuse me. So the draw will come to the right of McClellan. In for the draw will be Linhart. Linhart told to get out of the face-off circle. That is indeed, Nelson, who gets the penalty. Down near side. Number 2, Lowell couldn't get in. Here come the Cougars the other way. That's onside, scores! He went right in on Moore. Took the puck, and it's a short-handed goal for the Cougars. Just 12 seconds in to the... Just 12 seconds into the power play, and the Cougars tie up the game quickly. As that was Onstad who took the puck off the boards, raced up the left wing, and lifted it over a diving Moore, and it's 1-1. Draw one at center. Layden Linhart skates, and he couldn't find it, and that will go all the way down into the Cougars' end. That'll be Panthers' end. That'll be Golick. Golick bumped off the puck. Battle for it along the near point for the Cougars. Put that behind. That'll be number 10, Patterson. Patterson and Golick going at it. Lift that out. Cougars get that again. Here they come the other way. 3-on-1. Shot just narrowly wide by Weirda. He couldn't get a shot off his. He was being impeded on by a Panthers player. Is now a puck into the Cougars zone, rifled around behind McClellan, and they battle for that on the near boards. Come out Onstadt has the puck, who's got the goal tonight for the Cougars. That puck will go all the way down the ice. More out of his net to play it, gives it to Weiss. Weiss up to for Mihalik. Mihalik centering pass, just missed the blade. Now a cross ice pass doesn't go. McClellan had a blocker away, bouncing puck. 36 seconds remaining here on the penalty kill. This is number 13, Hauskamp, couldn't play that. They put that in the corner. Cougars taken by Linhart. He's in the corner. Has to move that up to number 9, Buis. Buis down to Linhart. Linhart centering pass off a Cougar in front. Now a shot on goal turned aside by McClellan. Now it will go out to center. 7 seconds remaining here on the penalty kill as the Cougars kill off. Only their Cougars are now 2 for 3 on the power play tonight. Big hit at center. That'll go around. That'll be number 13, Hauskamp. Hauskamp feeds that across. Puck to number 4, Mihalik. Mihalik chasing that one in. Cougars control, however. Try to move that up. Shot turned aside by a Cougar in front. And here they come the other way. That looks to be Claya's shot off the side of the net. Excuse me, that was Golombeski. Golombeski challenges Clavon on the near side. Puck goes out to center. They'll bounce that in to the corner, and that will go far enough for icing here with 11:14 remaining. 1-1 Cougars and Panthers. Cougars tying up the game late, or a few moments ago, is on a goal from Onstadt, short-handed. So the draw will come to the left off McClellan. It'll be Linhart in for the draw. Won by the Cougars. They'll put that behind. That'll be number 6, Golombeski. Golombeski will put that out. Catches it. Balk, who's offsides. So he can't play the puck. That'll be number 17 for the Panthers. Gives that to Buis, who will dump that in. And it'll go right on McClellan, who will cover for a whistle. 10:54 remaining here in the second period of play. Cougars and Panthers tied at 1, excuse me. Draw will come to the right of McClellan. In the left wing circle. It'll be Linhart in for the draw. Won by the Cougars. Weirda feeds that up to Sova. Sova can't put that out. That will dump all the way down. That'll be number 9, Buis. Buis has the puck stolen and the Cougars are in. It shoots, scores! That is Danny Nelson who gets the goal, I believe. And just like that, it is 2-1 Cougars after letting the first goal go. And the Cougars come back and it's 2-1. Now it was either Danny Nelson or Zach Grabowski. Couldn't exactly tell the number. Draw at center. Won by the Panthers, but the Cougars control and dump that in behind Moore. Behind the net, that is Nelson. Grabowski. Grabowski blocked shot in front. Grabowski in the slot, shoots. Turned aside by the pad of Moore. They'll have it up the point to the Cougars. Put that down. That'll be number 2, Lowell. Lowell has that. He'll dump that out. That will go all the way down for icing with 10:07 remaining here in the first period of play. If that goal for the Cougars is credited to, if it's credited to Nelson, that'll be his 11th goal of the season But if it is credited to Grabowski, that'll be his 4th. Cougars leading 2-1. Draw to the right of Moore. Won by the Cougars. They have that at center, but that's stolen. And here come the Panthers the other way. That'll be number 13, Hauskamp. Hauskamp will dump that down. Grabowski to get it in the corner. He'll fish that near side, and that'll go out to center. Moore coming way out of his net to play that past the Cougars, but the Cougars control. That was number 7. Holloman couldn't exactly play it, as they would have had a well-empty net, as Moore went all the way out to the top of the circles to play that one. He'd rather do that than face the 2-on-0 he was getting from the Cougars, as the Cougars play that out to center ice from their own zone. Number 15, Neville. Cougars will dump that down into center ice. Onset, a long-range shot wide of the net. Excuse me, that was Nelson. And Byrne delivers a hit, and that will go out of play with 9:07 remaining here in the second period of play. Cougars and Panthers. Cougars lead 2-1 after a goal by Onstadt and Nelson to make it 2-1. Sova called out of the circle, and it'll be now number 28 Schwerking to play for the face-off. Won by the Cougars, however, the Panthers move that out to center. Have that behind the net. It'll pop up in the air. Lowell can't play that. Battle for that behind the net. That'll be Silva. Silva plays it out in front. Now that'll move up. Patterson near to the left wing circle. Walks into the circle, fires a shot, blocked in front, scramble in front. And the Panthers will clear that out to center ice. Patterson there to play it for the Cougars. Now it was Rollins to feed that across. That puck will not go for icing, as the Cougars had a quick shot on goal. As Sova picked up the puck on the side of the net and tried to put it past Moore and had a couple of whacks at it there, gaining him a little bit of grief from the West Ottawa players. But the next draw will come to the left of Moore, won by the Cougars. Now shot on goal, blocker away, scramble in front, Moore down, and it's under him. As Onstad had the shot from the left wing circle, and Moore scramble in front, kept out as he laid on his back. So the draw will come to the right of Moore. It'll be won by number 13, Hauskamp, but Buis will control, give that far side to Neitzel. Come out to center. Cougars will dump that in. Icing will be the call with 8:01 remaining here in the second period of play. Cougars leading the West Ottawa Panthers by a score of 2-1. Draw off that icing will come to the right of McClellan. Draw won by the Cougars. Weirdo will put that behind to Patterson. Patterson move that up the boards. Number 24 will dump, 25, Garcia will dump that in. Cougars behind the net. That'll be Weirda. Weirda, long stretch pass. He catches Bulk. Bulk's in alone on Moore. Bulk, cross ice pass, score! That was Jacob Onstadt. And after 3 quick goals, it is now 3-1 Cougars. Bulk got a long stretch pass from the defensive zone from Weirda. He raced in down the left wing, fed it cross ice, and Onstadt pounded it home, and it's 3-1 Cougars. Here, great response after conceding the first goal to the Panthers, as they'll dump that down more out of his net to play it. Number 14, Kramer, belted along the near side. That will go into the Cougars zone. Rubline Had to play it there, and the Cougars once again shot by Grabowski, gobbled up by Moore. So with 7:16 remaining here in the second period of play, draw will come to the right of Moore. In for the draw, won by the Panthers. Number 9, Boyce, bumped off the puck, and the Panthers are up the other way. That'll be number 13, Hauskamp, bumped off the puck. That'll go in. That'll be Golombeski. Golombeski brought to the corner. We'll fish that around to the near side. That'll be Stevens' backhand pass, kept in by Boyce. I'll go out behind and race for the puck. Gotten by the Cougars. That'll be Rollins. Rubline, couldn't put it away as Clay and Rubline battle for that with 2 Panthers. As number 13, his challenge went down fairly easily as he was checked by Holloman. In the near corner. Cougars have it in their own end. 6:26 remaining. They come up the left wing. That'll be Onstad. Onstad moving on in behind the net. Has the puck poked away from Byrne for a second, and that'll pop out into the left wing circle, and here come the Panthers. That'll be Linhart. Linhart puts that down off the glass, and then it'll go behind. That'll be Weirda. Linhart in there to play it for the Panthers. Cougars control. They dump that off the boards. That'll be taken by Holloman. Lowell tried to glove that down, but Linhart picks up the puck. He's in 1-on-3 across the line into the right wing circle. Fires a shot blockered away by McClelland. As number 14, Kramer will put that behind McClelland. 5:38 remaining here in the second period of play. Cougars leading 3-1. That's Kitty cornered into the left wing side of the boards. Cougars will dump that in. No icing as he was past the red line. Moore out of his net to play it. Lowell couldn't find it. And now the Cougars, Rollins gives to Sova. Sova tries to get around the defense but doesn't go, and Linhart might have a chance here. Linhart battles for it along the near side. Number 13, Hauskamp. Hauskamp gets around the fence into the right wing circle. Will hold there in the corner. Cougar taken down. Maybe a penalty coming, I'm not sure. Yes, penalty coming to the Panthers is the Cougars. McClellan off for the extra attacker. They'll dump that in. No icing called. And number 6, Neitzel will touch up. As there will. Another penalty coming up here. This one, the first power play for the Cougars. First opportunity. There with 4:48 remaining in the second period of play. Draw will come to the right of Moore. It'll be number 14, Kramer, in for the draw. Won by the Cougars. Schwerking handles that. Gives it down to Onstad. Onstad below me. Gives it to the point. Long shot blocked by Kramer. Good block there. He gets a little feisty with Rollins. Pushing him to the ground. But it will stay 5-on-4 for the time being. Puck lost up in a Cougars equipment across the way. So the draw will go to neutral ice. Draw come to neutral ice. That penalty is on number 43. Wait, that doesn't make sense. 23, excuse me. The Panthers will dump that down. 23, Sully Prince. As the Cougars will dump that down, that will go far enough for icing with 4:10 remaining here in the second period of play. Sorry about that mix-up in the numbers. Miscommunication between me and Mr. Groh. Draw will come off that icing to the right of McClellan. Number 13, Hauskamp in for the draw. Golick tried the one-timer at the point, couldn't get it to go as a Cougar goes spilling. Golick to pressure him. 4 minutes even remaining. Moore had a tough time handling that as the Linhart will lead a rush up shorthanded. He tries to get around the defense but can't as Holloman back deep to receive that. Cougars fake shot by Balk, and the Cougars will gain control at center ice. Nelson backhand pass to Grabowski. Grabowski along the left and the right wing point has that. Gives near side to Weirdo. Weirdo in the circle will pull up. Challenged by a Panther. Now a shot deflected wide. That'll be Grabowski. Grabowski puts that down into the slot. Big save by Moore. Scramble in front, covered up. 3:11 remaining here in the second period of play. Cougars leading 3-1. Draw off that scramble will come to the left of Moore. Moore has made 12 saves on the night as the Cougars will dump that in. Another penalty coming up here to the Panthers. Penalty is cross-checking to number 14, Joe Kramer. Kramer will go off and the Cougars will have a short 5-on-3 penalty, or 5-on-3 power play here. So the Cougars will send an Onstadt Schwerking in for the draw. It's Onstadt, won by the Cougars. Up the point, it's Clay. Gives near side to Schwerking. Schwerking down to Onstadt. Onstadt has the puck. Gives cross ice into the right wing circle. Save. The rebound. Battle away for it. Cougars in front. Not sure the penalty is going to be on it. It's going to be on West Ottawa. We're going to have another 5-on-3. In the corner. They'll dump that up. That'll be Onstadt. Onstadt gives cross ice. Up to the point. Kept in by the Cougars as McClellan's off the extra attacker. That'll be number 11, Rollins. Up to the point. Long shot on goal. Tip just narrowly wide. And now Onstadt has it in the near corner. Will pull up. Get to Schwerking. Up. Now one-timer at the point. Fanned on the shot. Now Clay has that off the boards. Cougars will retreat to center ice. 2:10 remaining. Stretch pass to Onstadt. Onstadt will lead the rush up the other way. Still delayed penalty. Moore will come out of his net to play that behind the net. And we will have our third penalty in a row for the Panthers as holding is the call. It'll be number 2, Caleb Lowell, will go off and the Cougars will have a 5-on-3 with 1:58 remaining here in the second period of play. Cougars lead the Panthers 3-1. Had that up at the point here in this 5-on-3. A long shot tipped in front. That'll deflect wide. That'll be Holloman to Grabowski. Grabowski gives it up to the point. They have it there to the Cougars. That'll be Nelson. Return pass. Has it poked away, and Linhart might lead the rush the other way. But will not happen as Golick to Linhart. Linhart tries the return pass. Doesn't go. 1:33 remaining here in the second period of play. Cougars control behind the net here on this 5-on-3. Move that up to the left wing. Cougars advance to the red line and dump it in. More out of his net to play it. We'll try to wrap that around. Kept in at the point by the Cougars. Walks into the slot. Fires a shot. Tipped in front and they score. That looks to be Harvey Holloman who converts off the tip in front. And it's 4-1 Cougars. Look to be tipped in front. A shot from the top of the right wing circle. Tipped in front by, I believe it was Holloman. And it is 4-1. Draw will come. Center ice. That goal scored with 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining here in the second period of play. Cougars make it 4-1 on a power play goal, but yet they still have a power play as Onstadt feeds it up to the point to Clay. Clay, long range shot deflected wide. Now behind the net, Schwerking up to Onstadt. Onstadt fires that wide and up and out of play with 39 seconds remaining here in the second period. Cougars leading 4-1. It'll be Onstadt and Hauskamp in for the draw. To the right of Moore. Won by the Cougars. Kept in at the point. That'll be Clay. Gives near side to Schwerking. It fires a shot that went deflecting wide. 30 seconds remaining here in the period. Cougars will dump that in. 25 remaining. Moore wanted to come out of his net but couldn't. Schwerking pressures behind the net. They dump that off the ice. Down to Onstadt. Onstadt circles around on the boards near side. Onstadt walks in, tries to feed that in, but that is under Moore's pad. 8 seconds remaining here. Cougars leading 4-1. There's the home crowd is quite displeased by this second period action. Number 13, Owen Hauskamp in for the draw with Onstadt once more to the right of Moore. Onstadt called out. It'll be Balkin for the draw. Won by the Panthers. 9 will dump that out. One last rush. That'll be number 6, Neitzel pushed down, and that will do it for the second period of play. Cougars leading 4-1 against the West Ottawa Panthers. When we come back, we'll have the second intermission report here on Cougar Puck Radio. Welcome back here at Griff's Ice House West, where the Catholic Central Cougars, after 2 periods of play, lead the West Ottawa Panthers by a score of 4-1. Catholic Central leads in shots 17-8, collecting 11 in that second period to West Ottawa's 5. Faceoffs in favor of Catholic Central 26-12. West Ottawa got a few more in that second period, getting 10 to the Cougars 13. Power plays, Cougars are 1 for 3, 4 penalty minutes and 1 point. West Ottawa is 1 for 2. Goals. The West Ottawa opened the scoring 2:50 into the second period, and on a power play, making it 1-0. Jake Onstadt then broke the scoreless drought for the Cougars as he lifted it over a diving Moore to make it 1-1. Then Zach Grabowski, Jake Onstadt, and Harvey Holloman all added goals to put us at the point where we are now, 4-1. Penalties on the night. Alex Golombeski, 2 minutes for tripping at 16:52 of the first period. Ben Clay checked to the head at 46 seconds. Sully Prince went off for tripping at 13:12. Kramer went off for cross-checking at 15 minutes, which gave the Cougars the 5-on-3 that they needed to score their latest goal. And then Darren Mihalik went off 2 minutes for holding at 15:58. Right now we'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Griffins again play the Belleville Senators at 7 o'clock tonight. You can listen to that one on Wood Radio, 1300 106.9 FM. Red Wings again play at 8 o'clock in Winnipeg tonight. You can catch that one on Fox Sports Detroit. Now we'll take a look at the Cougars scoreboard tonight. Tonight, the varsity basketball teams are playing at Allendale. Boys varsity tipped off at 6, and girls varsity will tip off at 7:30. So when we come back, we'll have all the second period action for you here on Cougar Puck Radio. Welcome back, Radio Rinkside, here in Griff's Ice House West, where the Catholic Central Cougars currently lead the West Ottawa Panthers by a score of 4-1. McClellan will be in net to my left here. Moore in net to my right. Both goaltenders have played fairly well tonight. Moore has let a couple slip past him that either hard to see, tipped in, or just on a breakaway and he got deked. So, we're out set to go. Referee's ready at center ice. Goaltender's ready. Scorekeeper's ready. 17 minutes on the clock. And we are underway here in the final frame at Griff's Ice House West. Cougars dumped that behind. Moore couldn't handle that. Cougars will backhand that. They handle that along the near far boards. Here come the Panthers the other way. Long shot in on McClellan, who handles that. Neitzel sliding out of his way from McClellan. 16:40 remaining. Here, draw will come to the right of McClellan. It'll be on stunt, and number 3 Clark in for the draw. Won by the Cougars. Balk handles that along the far side of the boards. That went up. Hand pass. And with 16:29 remaining, draw will come to center. Draw will come all the way back into the West Ottawa zone off that hand pass up the blue line across the way. Draw will come to the right of Moore. Come to the right of Moore as the Cougars score off the draw. That will make it 5-1. As the Cougars dominating here tonight. Not sure who got that, but first through the fist bump line was Hogan Weirda, so that makes me think it's Hogan Weirda. Ensuing draw will come to center ice. With number 19, Grabowski in for the Cougars. One by the Cougars, and they'll dump that in behind Moore. Grabowski in to handle that behind the net, but they battle for that along the corner far side. That'll be number 12, Lionheart. Come out with that, has the puck poked away, and the Cougars gain control in the offensive zone. Long range shot blocked in front, and that came courtesy of, I believe, Ryan Rollins, but that'll be Ben Clay. Ben Clay tries the backhand pass, had that along the boards. That'll come up to the point where the Panthers poked that between the legs. That will go all the way for icing here with 15:35 remaining in the third period of play. Cougars recently scoring 5 to make it 5-1. 5 straight goals after the initial West Ottawa goal. Sees the Cougars at the current lead. Draw will come to the left of Moore. Put that behind. That'll come up to the far corner. That'll be number 6, Neitzel. Neitzel storming up the left wing, gives that up to Mihalik. Mihalik has that poked away. That'll go out to center. Number 3, Clark has that. He'll dump that behind McClellan. McClellan out of his net to play that penalty coming. Not sure what it is. No, never mind. Not a penalty. Excuse me. Offsides, maybe? Trying to think why that would be offsides, because McClellan played that behind his net. Off the draw, the Cougars control in neutral ice, but have that poked away, and here come the Panthers. Have that poked away, and Holloman will have that far side. Dump that off the boards. Long range shot blocked in front, and the Cougars will lift that out. Golick will dump that in, taken by Nelson. Danny Nelson, cross ice pass, deflected off Burns' skate, and Linhart pulls up into the left wing circle. Long, close range shot wide of the short side on McClelland. Puck bounces into the slot, comes near side below me. Weirdo will dump that out, but kept in at the point by number 9, Boyce. Number 6, Golembeski will clear that the length of the ice, but Golick back to play it for the Panthers. Long stretch pass taken by the Cougars. Interception there. Patterson plays that to Weirda. Weirda will dump that into Schwerking. Schwerking pulls up, centering pass to nobody in particular. Move that up. That'll be Clay to try to dump that in, but the Panthers look to come back. That will go far enough for icing here with 13:58 remaining in the third period of play. Cougars with a commanding lead of 5-1. It'll be Gabe Sova in for the draw. The only freshman on the Cougars roster. Draw won by the Cougars. Have that up at the point. They'll cycle that down. Centering pass, that went off the side of the net. Close call there from Mars. Now Linhart gives that up, and the Panthers moving on in. That will go far enough for icing, though, as Darren Mihalik couldn't get to it. So the draw will come to the left of Moore down the ice. Won by the Cougars. Now a quick shot on goal by Grabowski, turned aside. Now Grabowski has that. Gives it off to the corner, up to Grabowski. Grabowski, one-timer shot, turned aside by West Ottawa. Goalkeeper Moore. Now a quick shot on goal by the Panthers. Couldn't get the shot on goals. Now a centering pass up to shot deflected up and out of play. That came courtesy of Kramer. Kramer takes Stevens to the boards. Poked at, and on-stop controls behind the net. We'll dump that out. Case Bulk to play it for the Cougars. Penalty coming to West Ottawa. In shoot, save, rebound. Oh, bouncing puck couldn't be controlled. I believe that was Onstad, and we have a penalty. Hooking coming on the Panthers. That'll be number 14, Kramer, to go off. 2 minutes for hooking at 12:36 here in the third period of play. Draw will come to the left of Moore. Cougars leading 5-1. It'll be Onstad in for the draw. Taken up. Cross ice pass. No, a centering pass doesn't go. The Cougars will wrap that behind the net. Moved up to Clay at the point. He walks the line, gives back down. Looking for the return and gets it. Gives it back and another return. Clay, a long range shot blocked in front. And the Panthers control, looking for Linhart. Linhart has the puck, tries to get around Clay, but doesn't. He puts that on McClellan, and McClellan will cover the sliding puck as Linhart gets a few chops in on Clay. With 12:08 remaining, Cougars leading 5-1. Have scored 5 consecutive in the second and here in the third to make it 5-1. Onstad in for the draw with number 3, Clark. Won by Clark, but he has the puck poked away from him. And Byrne puts that behind to Rubline, who gives up to Onstad. Onstad leads the rush to Schwerking. Schwerking across the line. Centering pass doesn't go. They bound for that along the far boards. That'll be Schwerking. Schwerking Circles around, gives it up to Golombeski. Golombeski gives it down. Now cross-ice pass. Cougars fires! Just high the net as Clay plays it at the point. Gives it down. Now a shot on goal. Blocked in front. And up to Clay. Clay gives to near side. Return to Clay. Back to the far right wing circle. Fired a shot just wide. Now put that down. Bouncing puck. Tried to get in front. And the Panthers will clear off a body with 11:17 remaining. Here in the third period of play. Cougars leading 5-1. Panthers play that off the glass. Referee a deduct. That will not go far enough for ice. Or that. No icing because of the penalty. Excuse me. Is McClellan out to play that? That'll be number 18, Nelson. Nelson gives that to Golombeski. Golombeski has the puck poked away and Bulk, a long-range shot. Looks like I might have caught more off balance there. Now the Cougars play it in the corner. Move that up to Schwerking. Schwerking at the left wing point. Gives it over. Clay looking for a return pass. Bulk, a long-range shot. Played that in front. Couldn't get that penalty over on Kramer. Battle for that Onstadt. Taken to the boards. But he comes up with the puck. He puts on the brakes. Has the puck stolen by Linhart. Linhart grabbed up high. No call. And yet here they come the other way. Linhart. In across the line. Into the circle. Has the puck poked away by Bulk. And now Grabowski leads the rush the other way. Has the puck poked away from him. Is the Cougar at the point. Long range shot gloved down by Moore. And he'll play that behind the net. To the near side. The far side. Cougars control along the half wall. Now it's bouncing puck in front. Couldn't be controlled. Now a wraparound chance. A shot on goal that bounced up high in the slot. And the Cougars control at neutral ice. 9:43 remaining. Cougars leading 5-1. Here at Griff's Ice House West. Dump that in on Moore. Lowell in to play that. They'll try to dump that out. That'll be taken by number 22, Rubline. Trevor Rubline. Has the puck poked away from him, and Rollins. They try to play that out, and here come the Cougars. That'll be Silva. Gabe Silva tries to get around Buis, but can't. But Buis steals the puck. Has the puck picked off. Cougars battle for it there. That'll be Holloman. Holloman. Play for that in the corner. 2-on-2 battle along the boards. Cougars come up with the puck. But Golick steals that, and he'll dump that down. That will be now Golombeski now centering attempt. Couldn't be directed in by Mihalik. And now the Cougars will play that the other way to Rollins. Rollins circling for a change as the Panthers control in their own end. They'll chip that down. Icing will be called with 8:20 remaining here in the third period of play. Cougars leading 5-1. Draw will come to the left of Moore. Cougars. Silva called out, and it'll be Schwerking to come in and get that. But he loses that to Linhart. Linhart with speedy legs has the puck poked away from him at the line, and now a pass picked off by the Cougars. That was deflected. They'll dump that down. That'll be number 2, Lowell, to play that. Moore had to, it took a weird carom off the boards. Moore had to protect the side of the net as we have a gathering of players on the right wing side of the net. The draw will nonetheless come to the right, to the left of Moore. 8 minutes even remaining here in the third period. Cougars win the draw and are leading 5-1. Rubline will dump that in behind the net. Chip that off the boards. Nice keep at the point as that was kicked. Keep Into that will once again come out as Nathan Rubline will dump that in, but Linhart will pick up the puck. Linhart across the line. Excuse me, that's Kramer. Kramer into the circle, fires a shot, and that will go up. That might have gone up into the ceiling. That's an odd occurrence as that puck deflected up and into the lining up at the top of the ceiling, and we might not see that puck for a while. This is McClellan wondering where it went. I'm going to chuckle with the referee. Don't come to the left of McClellan. Draw one by the Panthers as that will go up and out of play into the visitors' bench across the way. 7:27 remaining. I don't think I've ever seen that happen, where the puck's gone up and into the lining it atop the arena. That's definitely a new one. So, cross-ice pass. They have that in the zone. That'll be number 13, Housekamp. Housekamp has the puck poked away, but gains control. Clay battling for it along with Housekamp. That'll go out to neutralize Boyce. Boyce has that across the line. He has the puck poked away, but Housekamp will gain control. Housekamp will dump that behind. That'll be number 6, Golombeski. Golombeski gives that off to Rollins. Connor Rollins will play that out to center ice. That'll be Boyce to play that in. Penalty coming to the Cougars. Slashing is the call with 7:24 remaining here in the third period of play. Cougars. Ben Clay will go off. 2 minutes for slashing. There with 7:24 remaining. Draw coming to the right of McClellan. It'll be Nelson in for the draw with Linhart. Nelson called out. They keep calling Cougars out. It's working, getting a warning from the referees. Referees seem to be exceptionally picky tonight as Linhart tries to play that off the boards as Patterson will wrap that around. That'll be kept in by Golick, but will retreat to center. Challenged very hard by Nelson, who picks up the puck. He's in on Moore, shoots, and saved by Moore. With 7:04, shorthanded chance for the Cougars. Could not be capitalized on. 7:04 remaining here in the third period of play. After this game, we'll probably be doing our post-game show during the Hope College game, as they will take the ice right after the Cougars. Here is Linhart. There's Kramer storming in, got upended, and now Stevens will try to clear that, but kept in at the point. They're buzzing for a goal right now are the Panthers. Now they have that centering pass attempt blocked, and Grabowski will follow that out to center. Pressures Linhart. Linhart across the line. He's into the right wing circle, pulls up. He finds that he's alone in the neutral, in the Cougar zone. So they go to the boards. 1:03 remaining on the penalty to Clay. Now that'll be Housekamp. Housekamp has the puck poked away, but regains control. He'll put that behind McClellan. The Cougars will dump that, but kept in at the line beautifully, and the Cougars regain control and up that all the way on goal to Moore. And as now Housekamp controls, receives the pass from Moore, gives near side to Linhart. Linhart into the circle, pulls up along the boards. Now shot blocked in front. A second chance attempt denied by a block in front. Now they have that in the left wing circle. Centering pass didn't go. As now Linhart controls on the near boards. Linhart gives cross ice. Number 17, a shot tipped in front. That will go just wide. Skitter to the far boards. Into the circle. Centering pass. Linhart couldn't get a firm stick on that. As that poked away. 6 seconds remaining on the penalty kill for the Cougars. As Rubline will come out and chip that down. And that will just about do it for the penalty as the Cougars kill off yet another one tonight. Panthers. Golick in on goal. Penalty coming up. Excuse me, that wasn't Golick. That was Buis. And another penalty coming up. Hooking, I believe, will be the call as the Cougars will yet again go on the penalty kill. Hooking is the call. Draw will come to the left of McClelland as we're approaching about 2 hours on this game. Draw left a quick shot on goal off the draw as McClelland had to fight that one off. Trevor Rubline getting the penalty for hooking. The last-ditch attempt to stop the shot on goal as the Panthers control behind their net on the power play. That'll be Golick. Golick charging up across the line. A quick shot on goal turned aside, and now Golick gets his own rebound. Chomped by Weirda. You might be feeling that a little bit as that puck goes up and out of play into the Cougars bench across the way. 1:21 remaining on the penalty to Rubline. 4:31 in the game. Cougars leading 5-1. So, that'll be Onstadt in for the draw. Won by the Cougars. Onstadt controls. We'll chip that all the way out the ice. 1:17 remaining here in the penalty kill. Moore will put that behind his net from the side of his net. Dangerous possibility there of that going in your own net. But they escaped that as Stevens attacked from behind by Clark. Loses an edge. And the Cougars Schwerking will dump that out. 54 seconds remaining on the man advantage. More into the corner to play that. They'll feed that up to Mihalik. That bounces up. And the Cougars, that'll be Mihalik behind the net for the Panthers. 38 seconds remaining on the man advantage for the Panthers. They'll walk in, put that behind the net to Stevens. Stevens crunched along the boards. Centering pass. They had that right in front and they score. That'll be number 9, Tommy Buis. Breaks the 5 consecutive goal streak for the Cougars as he got the pass from behind the net. Had it in the slot. McClelland was already down, and it is 5-2 Cougars. 24 seconds remaining in the Rubline power play, so that will be a power play goal for 3:34. That'll be number 21, Byrne. Shot blocked in front. Cougars looking to regain that goal as it is 5-2. Battle for that in the left wing corner. That'll come out into the right wing corner. That'll be Weirda back in his own end. Retreat and hold. Gives it over to Grabowski. Will put that behind the net off the boards. 3 minutes remaining here in the game. Cougars leading 5-2. Off the boards. Cougars controlled center at the Hope logo. As I mentioned, that'll be Holloman. Holloman has shot blocked into the corner. Kramer behind the net in the corner. Puck comes out into the slot, and the Panthers will control 2:33 remaining here. Put that down. That will not go far enough for icing as the Cougars Weirda battles for that there. They try to kick that out. 2-on-2 battle. Finally, Linhart comes in to pick up the puck. Tries to get around Weirda, but can't get around the big guy. They move that in. Stolen by Buis. They'll wrap that down. 2:11 remaining. McClelland out of his net to play it. Couldn't find anybody to give it to, so he gives it to Rubline. Rollins catches Schwerking. Schwerking into the right wing circle. Fires a shot wide off the glove of Moore. Now the Cougars had that a shot saved, and that will go all the way to the near side. Another shot by Rollins turned aside. And they move, still have that down. And here come the Panthers the other way. A Cougar hurt in the right wing circle. 1:36 remaining. Gets up, looks to be okay. That is, can't get the number for you. That looks to be number 28 Schwerking as the Panthers come once more. 1:17 remaining. Stevens filters that off the boards. Number 22 Rubline. Rubline tries to give that up. Off the boards, and the Panthers control. Had the puck poked away. In, fires a shot. That will deflect off the glove and up and into the corner. 55 seconds remaining here as the Cougars lead 5-2. Panthers look to gain one more and cut this advantage down more. They walk in. And the shot, sharp angle. McClellan had to seal the post there from... Shot came from Alan Hoot with 41 seconds remaining. 5-2, the Cougars lead. Subsequent draw will come to the right of McClellan. Off the draw, the Panthers have that. That'll be Linhart. Linhart tries the wraparound attempt. That'll come out in front. Battled for it there. The Cougars control. That'll be Nelson to 26. Sullivan will move that up into the Panther zone. 41 seconds remaining. The clock isn't going, and it finally starts going, but it will go far enough for icing. Bit of a clock mishap as the clock now says 31 seconds. Should say about 21. Take probably 10 seconds off as the crowd started noticing and shouting and pointing at the board. And then the scorers finally changed that there. Cougars lead 5-2. They're just under a half minute remaining as the referees discussing how much time should roll off the clock. We're rolling the clock now. Looks to be... They let 10 seconds roll off. It is now 20 seconds remaining here in the... 20 seconds remaining here in the period. Cougars leading 5-2. So we're set to go for the face-off. Draw one by the Cougars. Ball turnaround shot denied by a block in front. Stevens. That gives that across to number 23, Weirda. Weirda filters that in, taken by Buis. Buis 5 seconds to go, and that will just about do it as they play that at center ice, and the Cougars finish off the night strong, winning 5-2 after falling behind 1-0 as they improve to 9-6-0. We'll come back and we'll recap all the night's action between the Catholic Central Cougars and the West Ottawa Panthers here on Cougar Puck Radio. Welcome back. We're here ringside for the final time tonight as the Cougars defeat the West Ottawa Panthers by a score of 5-2. Scoring in this game was done all in the final two frames. Cougars scored 4 to the Panthers 1 in the second, and both teams netted a goal in the third to give us a final of 5-2. Shots on goal were 25-12 in favor of the Cougars. Catholic Central won 39 of 56 faceoffs, while West Ottawa won 17 of 56. Power plays tonight, the Cougars went 1 for 4. West Ottawa went 2 for 4. We'll take a look at the scoring and recap. In the second period, early, 2:50. West Ottawa broke the scoreless tie on a power play goal. And a little bit later, Jake Onstadt would make the score even for the Cougars as he put the puck past a diving, sprawling Moore. And then Zach Grabowski, Jake Onstadt, and Harvey Holloman added their goals in the second. Well, Hogan Weirda and Tommy Buse both scored in the third period for their respective teams. Penalties tonight, Alex Golombeski went off 2 minutes for tripping in the first. Time would carry over into the second period of play, and Ben Clay, 46 seconds in, would get a check to the head penalty. And then that was followed by Sully Prince getting a tripping, Joe Kramer getting a cross-checking, those at 13, 12, and 15 minutes respectively. And then Darren Mihalik would get a holding penalty that would make it 5-on-3. And the Cougars would then capitalize on said 5-on-3 to give them their first power play goal, the second power play goal of this game, and then Ben Clay, Joe Kramer, and Trevor Rubline all went off on the third period of play. Cougars tonight, Jake Onstadt got 2 goals tonight to bring his total on the year to 7. That gave him 2 points on the night. Alex Golombeski had 1 assist. Harvey Holloman had a goal. Grabowski had a goal. Weirda had a goal. And Case Bulk had a goal. Nelson still has 10 goals on the year. Gives him the team lead in that. Ryan McClellan played fairly well tonight, making 10 saves on 12 shots, 2 goals against in 51 minutes. For Ottawa Hills, Tommy Buise gets the goal. We don't know who was credited the first goal on the night, but Joe Kramer has 2 penalty minutes and Mihalik has 2. So does Sully Price. Cole Moore made 20 saves on 25 shots, allowing 5 goals on the night. Now we'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. The Griffins and the Senators yet to start. And, that game will be at 7 o'clock. And right after our broadcast, you can hop over and listen to Bob Kaiser on Wood Radio 106.9 FM, 1300 AM. And Red Wings later tonight will play the Winnipeg Jets at 8 p.m. Well, that just about does it for us tonight. And tomorrow, the Cougars will at the Patterson Ice Center to face the Forest Hills Northern Eastern Hawks Huskies at 8. We'll be on the air for that about 7:55. Until then, my name is Rain Cleave saying so long from Griff's Ice House West as the Cougars defeat the West Ottawa Panthers by a score of 5-2. Thanks for listening. Have a wonderful night, everybody.